So here we're going to look at a simple, sorry, this is, let me just go back and then open this again. Open this here. Okay, so we're going to look at our query here. So what we have here is essentially similar to an SQL query. So we are going to say select into, right? This into here is where we want the output to go, and we want it to go to tweets. The name we gave it is tweets by candidates. Okay, so this is the output, and then our input is going to be, where are we fetching this data from? Let's say raw tweets. Okay, so once we have this, we're going to test our query and see if it works. It says there are no data in raw tweets. Okay, so we have a problem, but we need to check it out. So we head back to raw tweets to see if we have data. It seems that we just have 11 tweets. It should be more. So let's go back to the parent. Let's see what is going on. So the name is PML demo here. So let's see. It seems the tweets are coming in from what I'm seeing here. Show for 21. It seems the tweets are coming in, but let's head back to, let's see. Well, from my inspection, everything looks good. Tweets are being sent from here. Tweets are getting to this place, which is the container. And then the tweets are getting to this place. Yeah. It sure looks like everything is working. So let's see why this isn't working. Raw tweets. Let's try this again. Okay, so something must be wrong with either our input or. So let's look at this and see where the problem is coming from. Set up events manually. Events have names, raw tweets. Use existing policy. Policy select from event types. My policy. Event outcomes for group. Partition. Okay. Let's try it again. It sure looks as if everything is working. So let's head back to queries. Let's see, fetching routes with events. If everything looks good, no data was received. Oh, this is weird. Okay, So if this happens to be the case, then I might switch to let's add a new input from raw underscore input demo. Okay, from input demo. So in this subscription, PML event hubs, tweets. So this is one that I've created before. I just want to be sure everything works. So, okay, so this I have raw input demo. So I'm going to come back to queries and then change my query to be this into this. So this is by candidates. Apologies, this should be into. This should be into. Then this should be from raw input demo. Okay, so I'm gonna look at this. All right, so everything seems to be coming through from here. Okay, so let me show you what I did. So this raw input demo is a different event hub I created before now, right? Before I started this. So I just wanted to show you, it's been running for quite some time now. It probably has a lot of events in it. So I just want to show you so you see what is actually going on. So this is that event hub, the same thing. So yeah, it has about 134K events. It's been running for close to over 12 hours now. So this is what I connected to. This one specifically. This one is what I connected to. It has, yeah, over 134K events, right? So it's yeah, so that is this one here. So but essentially what I want to do is I'm not interested in all this data, okay? What I'm really interested in, I want to be able to see a tweet and say, okay, this tweet is talking about Donald Trump, or this tweet is talking about Joe Biden, or this tweet is talking about the both of them, right? Because according to the filter we have here, this is going to pick up any tweet that has the word Trump, is going to pick up any tweet that has the word Biden, and it's going to pick any tweet that has both of them, right? So, but I want a way to be able to separate the tweet to say, okay, this tweet is specific to just Donald Trump, and this is specific to just Joe Biden, or this tweet is talking about both of them, and I don't know the context of which. So to do that, we are going to use what is called user-defined functions, right? So user-defined functions allows us to perform operations on the streaming data, right? As fast as the data is coming into the stream. So what we're going to do here is I've written a simple JavaScript code. You go to functions. So before that, let me just save this query. I'm gonna console and hit save. So while that is going on, while that is saving, I'm going to copy a simple JavaScript code that I've written to check for the content of the tweet to see if the tweet is for Donald Trump or if the tweet is for Joe Biden. All right, so just I'm going there. I'm gonna just paste it here. So click on functions, and then I click on add. I'm going to select JavaScript UDF. UDF stands for user-defined function. So there are a lot of other things you could add. You could add machine learning service to perform inference. So as the tweet is coming, you want to perform sentiment analysis on it already. But for now, we're just going to handle UDFs. Okay, so I'm just going to paste over this. Now I'm going to explain the code. It's a very simple code. It's quite straightforward. I'm not so good with JavaScript, but I found my way around to write what I need. So we know that the whatever tweet is coming is going to be either about Trump or about Joe Biden or about the both of them, right? So first, I created a function called tweets about. It takes in the text of the tweet. Then I created another variable called data to send, right? I want to bring out an output that says, okay, this tweet is about both of them, or this tweet is about one of them, whichever one it is. So I just created a bunch of if statements that is going to test if there's the word Trump, and also test if the same tweet also contains the word Biden. If it contains the two words, it means that the tweet is actually talking about both. So we don't know who exactly the person is referring to. But if the tweet only contains the word Trump, but not the word Biden, we can say the tweet is talking about Trump. And if the tweet contains only Biden, but not Trump, then we need to say the tweet is talking about Biden, right? So once we do that, then we return whatever value of data to send that we have. So we're going to give this function a name. We're going to call it tweet about. Okay, tweet about. Oh, sorry. Tweet about, and it's going to, the output is going to return is variable character. Okay, so once I do that, I'm going to hit save. Now I'm almost ready. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to close. Come on, I just saved everything. Save. Copy this just in case. Okay. Save tweet. All right, so once I'm done here, just going to hit save again. What is going on? It's not working. You know what? Let me refresh this page. And hopefully something good happens. Okay. Oh. Let's see. Tweets. Candidates. The output is this. I'm going to save. Save, please. I don't know what is going on. Okay, so I might have to try this from a different browser. I'm having this feeling that my browser might be preventing this from working. Okay, so I'm going to open, let me disable this window and then switch back to a different window. Okay, so I'm going to open a new tab, and before that, I'm going to start presenting here, and then I'm going to present here. Okay, so I'm going to share. All right, so I'll go to portal Azure.com. Once I am here, I'm going to try to sign in again. Sign in. Oh man, passwords. I hate passwords. Nope, I don't want to stay signed in. Okay, so once we are here, I will click on this process rotate stream and then try to add a function and then click add JavaScript, select everything based on function, give it a name, so it's then I select this and then I click on save. All right, so it worked. So I've saved this function. Now my job is almost done, but the only thing remaining here is for me to be able to say, for instance, pass an incoming tweet to the function. Once I'm able to pass an incoming tweet to the function, then home and dry. All right, okay, so I'll head back to the query. And while I've done well so far, this is not the query I really want. Okay, I want a query that is going to print out the person that the tweet is about, or if it's for the both of them, print it out as well, and then add a number of tweets, which is 1, and then maybe the text of the tweets, something like that. So I'm going to change this query to select UDF because this is a UDF, and the name of my function is tweets candidates. Okay, so I want to pass in the actual tweets, and from here the actual tweet is called text. Okay, so I want to pass in text to it. Text, and then I want to also find out. So I'm going to pass in this and call it this candidate. All right. Let's call this candidate. Then I also want to get the actual tweets. Let's see what it's like. So text, and then I want to add when the tweet was created. So when it was created is created out. So I'm going to add created at created out, and then Finally, I'm going to add the number 1 at tweet count. So each tweet the number 1 because it's 1 tweet. So I'm not doing any fancy aggregations. I'm just, bringing out each tweet as it comes. Okay, so this is essentially it. So I'm going to save this query and then I'm going to test it and see the kind of result that is going to be sent to my Power BI. So netbook, there was a connectivity issue fetching tweets. The results, please check your network and try again. Okay, so I seem to have run into a problem with my connectivity. So let's go back and see what I'm going to stop sharing this window because I have a couple of Azure windows open, so I keep on switching. So let me switch back to the window that has my, okay, so here I'm back. So it seems I have a bit of an issue processing the tweets. Okay, so no new jobs are coming into this, so no new data is coming in. Okay, so what I will have to do is to head back here and then I'm going to try to restart the notebook that is sending the tweets. Okay, so I'm going to stop this notebook and then try to start it again. So yes, everything looks good. I see, okay. There are 2 processes that are sending tweets to different event hubs. So I'm going to stop this one since we don't need it for now. I'm going to head back to this, send tweets here. Essentially, the both of them are running the same exact code. They just send them to different. Okay, so sometimes this might happen, and when this happens, your best bet most of the time is just to restart the cluster. So I'm going to try to restart the cluster here. Once I restart the cluster, hopefully it's going to solve my problems. So we're going to give our cluster some time to restart. While that is happening, we can just wait patiently. And once it's done, hopefully, we'll be able to start streaming data to event hubs in no time. Okay, let me stop sharing. Once it's done, I'm gonna, okay, resizing is almost done. Resizing, I have 2 nodes, which is probably why it's running into trouble doing different things. If I had a lot of nodes, I will be able to process all the tweets. So, okay, our cluster seems to be back online. Let's go back to the notebook. So this notebook here is the one. Okay, so let's run this notebook here. Let's see. Hopefully it works. I hope it does. attach it to cluster. So once Spark starts, it takes time to start. That is one of the downsides of Spark. So, but there's a way to avoid this long wait on cold start, and that is to usually have an active node always on standby. But that again costs money, especially when you're running it on the cloud, because it means it's going to be active even when it's not doing anything. So here, let's finally run again. So we can go back here and check and see that, well, it might take some time before we start seeing results here, but we can go back to our stream analytics job, which is here, and then try this again. Hopefully everything should check out. So I'm trying the streets, try the query. We have some results, right? Cool. Cool. So this is what we have. We have candidates. This tweet contains about both of them. This is about Trump, both Trump, both Biden, Trump, both Trump. Everybody's talking about Trump. Of course, he was on the news yesterday, I guess today. So most of the recent tweets is talking about Trump. Okay, so we are ready. Now, the next thing we're going to do, once you're satisfied with the data you are getting here, the next thing you want to do is to go to overview and then hit start. So once you hit start, this is when the data starts going to Power BI. So I hit start here. I'll just say start from now. I have one streaming unit. I can increase this if I want. If I'm not processing the event hubs data fast enough, I can hit. I could increase the streaming units, but for now, let's see how much this can do. I click on start. So when this starts, I'm going to see a new data set in my Power BI. So I'm just going to wait. Remember, we created a table called tweets by candidate. So once this streaming job starts, that data set is going to be created. Okay, so also I want to add, before now, I've already created a dashboard where this data is going to be populated in Power BI, right? So that we don't spend too much time trying to do that. Okay, so we're just waiting for this to start. And once it does start, we can head into Power BI and then see what we have. So far, again, there are a lot of data coming in. So we already have like over 134K data in the past hour. So if I say in the past day, because this has been running for quite some time, so that's about 535K data that has come into this particular stream. So this is the stream we are actually sending. Okay, so sorry, this is the request. Apologies. This is the request, okay, that was made. And this is the messages that are in the queue. So right now we have about 104K data coming to the queue. We have about 266K out on the queue. So I don't want to, so you could look at this, and this is the throughput. So let's see if our streaming job, our job failed to start. Impute. Okay, let me add to impute and remove this impute. I'm going to remove this one since we're not using it anymore. So this is probably the reason why it's not starting. So once I hit and starts again. So once I hit starts, I could go to my workspace and go to election sentiment. I could see the data coming in. So most of any data set you see with a red check mark, it's essentially a streaming data. So this is what it's going to look like when it starts coming in. But I already prepared a summary report here to avoid wasting time. So I'm just going to open it, and this is what it's going to look like. So far, this is the tweet distribution of everybody that is talking about Trump or Biden or both of them. So far, most people are talking about Trump, followed by a good number that is talking about both of them, and then Joe Biden, right? So you can actually look at the tweets, the actual tweets here, to see what people are saying, to see whether this makes sense, and you can select. Let's say you want to filter all the tweets about Trump. You simply click on Trump, and then most of what you're going to see here are specific tweets talking about Trump. You see this one has the word Trump. Same goes for this one, Trump. So everything here essentially is talking about Trump. And if you want to have an idea of what people are talking about Biden, again, you just select Biden, which is also this one. Biden is this one too. So again, everything here is tweets about Joe Biden. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Everything you need to know about processing real-time streaming data using Twitter Stream API. So if I head back, just to wrap up, if I head back, you can see that we just did this for the hot parts, right? We didn't add any classifier because this took a lot of time already to set up. So let me just share the part of the architecture that we're able to complete. So hopefully in another session, I'm not sure when that will be. Hopefully in another session, we can complete the second part of the demo. Let me show you this here. So hopefully, so this is what we're able to achieve. We set up Twitter API, connect Databricks, connect it to Event Hubs, send it to Stream Analytics, and then send it to Power BI. So this part is what we did. So hopefully next time, I don't know when, we'll be able to connect from this to this to this to this and back to that to have a complete Lambda architecture that can view the streaming data as they are coming in and also can add sentiment about the tweets. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it was nice having you around. Any questions? Any questions from anybody? Okay. All right. So if you have any question, you could shoot me an email or tweet at me here or follow me on LinkedIn. I'm willing to answer any of your questions. All right. Thank you very much.